Hello, welcome to Angel Readings with Nikki. So we're going to do a reading and we're just going to come across what we come across at the time. That's how it's going to be. We don't know if it's going to be 2 or a 1 or a 3 card reading until we get going. So I don't know which decks we're using until we get going. Okay. I want to keep these in, I want to keep these in, I want to take these out. Take these out. Let's see. Take these out. Take these out. Keep these in. Take these out. Okay, I think keep these in. Okay, so we'll start by shuffling. Okay, as always, we call on your guardian angels and my guardian angels for the reading. We ask for helpful and supportive messages, things we can work with, so things that are supportive to lead and help you on your onward journey with relevant information. I always call on archangels to watch over and guide, and any angel messages coming from the archangels. Elementals are in. Positive elementals are always invited with positive messages and support. Sorry, just knocking you there. Put 2 cards down. Yeah. Okay. This one I'm going to do as a spread and see what I'm drawn to as we go along. Done those ones. These cards are tough. Okay, and as always I bring Reiki healing into the reading, which is a positive, very calm, very relaxing healing. It can do no harm. It's very supportive. And it can only do good. I want another one from there. Okay, put that to the side. Right, I'm hearing 3 readings. And we'll lay the cards intuitively on the table for those 3 readings. As always, take what resonates with you, leave the rest. Okay, I'm going to put these in the order that I've done them. I'm not looking at the cards, I'm just going to put them where they intuitively want to go. So, I'm thinking of our 3 readings. Okay, so reading number 1. We've got a lower healing, we've got a new and a waxing moon. This is very similar to another reading we had the other day. I'll see if it reads the same as we go through the cards. And I want to place it like this. Hopefully you can see that. I'll move it over just in case. Okay, so I think the latest, I'm picking up that whoever watched the reading the other day when there was these 2 cards coming through, and they were resonating, but it's as though there's unanswered questions, and it's brought up more questions for you, and you would have been drawn to either one or both of these cards. So it's come out with the new and the waxing moon, which is, it feels like a new beginning for you. Because with this card we was talking about how you'd been hoodwinked and how these people had been pushed to the side. And that's still the case, and I still feel that's the case. It's not that there's new people coming in, I feel still that's still the case. But the resistance from our other person from last time is very strong, very strong. It feels a little bit possessive, so it's very strong. And you're being reminded with the healing. But I feel, and it's interesting because I'm almost got a mirror image here. I've got the crystal ball here, and I've got this is looking like I'm seeing the new moon and the waxing moon through a crystal ball, and that's how it feels. And it's reflecting on it and everything, and it really feels like that. And I feel like this is a divination kind of thing. I feel like I'm getting the message for you is it's a new beginning, and you're going to almost have to wipe the slate clean. Because the hold over you is so very strong. With this is coming problem solving, but also resolution. So you've been thinking about this. You can see all the problems, the problems. If you have a new slate and you start again and you rekindle with these connections, there are problems. It's not straightforward. It's not easy. Actually, it's very, very hard, because you've kind of gone so far down that road where you was being led that it's actually really hard to get back to where you was. And it's actually incredibly hard. It's easy to say, but the reality is different. And it's going to take a lot of effort, and it's going to take a lot of time. But what I'm being told is the help is still here, and the help wants to help you. There'll be a little bit of hesitation at first. There's going to be like some guardedness, but that won't last too long. But the problem solving, you need to think it all through. You can't just rush in. You know, don't rush in where angels fear to tread, kind of thing. You've got to think about it. But your resolution is strong, and you know what to do. And you've been looking at this. I see you in the mind's eye, looking at it and pondering and thinking. And it's kind of like you've been doing internal self work. You would call it problem solving, or looking at all the pros and cons, but it's like it's self work, it's self healing, because you're exploring every avenue, and you're looking at the resolution and the best resolution for yourself. So you've actually made a start on your self healing. Overall, the messages coming from your angels is you need to do it, you can do it, and you will do it. And see, there's like hands. You're going to feel like there's someone touching your shoulder just once or twice, and that's someone that's an ancestor of yours on your maternal side, and they are just supporting you and just letting you know the support is there for you, because you've kind of been isolated, and that was intentional to make you that way. And you feel kind of isolated, and you're going to physically feel a weight on your shoulder, and that is not going to be painful. It's not going to be like a poke or a prod. It's just like a weight, just a gentle weight being placed on your shoulder. And when you're going to feel that, and that's your confirmation that this reading is for you, and that you can do this, and you're being supported. Right, on to our next reading, and we'll put these as we see them. Okay, this is a nice little spread we have here. So we've got invigoration and empowerment. That's we've got it with a potion card, but that's coming to you, and you're making yourself empowering yourself. You're getting information, you're learning stuff, and you're empowering yourself, and you're being your own best friend, as it were. We've got transitions to the spirit realm. That's not that people are dying on transitioning. It's kind of like dream walking, and that you're I've temporarily forgotten the word for it. It feels like dream walking, not so much lucid dreaming. That's slightly different. It feels like dream walking. So you're in your dreams, and you're not going there and looking around. It is complete dream work. But you're getting a lot of information. It's like and it's not the same as lucid dreaming, but it's like you're visiting back in time with ancestors, and you're getting information. But it's just every night a little bit of information, drip, drip, drip. But the information is, it's almost like it's, obviously you've got your DNA, but it's almost like the information is seeping into your DNA and it's becoming innate within you. You as though you know it from within. So this knowledge is becoming a part of you without anyone physically telling you, and you're just picking stuff up, and you're being drawn to things that you've never been drawn to before, and it's resonating with you. And as it's resonating with you, you're doing research and you're empowering yourself. And it's your spiritual path, and it's like you've stepped up spiritually. You don't even know when the transition started. It's like it's been very natural. It's been a very natural path, and you found yourself on this path. And the more you research and the more you discover about yourself, the more empowering you're becoming. And it's like it's taking you on a whole new journey for yourself. You're finding things out about yourself you never would have dreamt of about yourself, and you're just learning so much. And the more you learn, the more you realize that you need to learn. And it's kind of like there's a tiny message in: don't go searching too much for things out of you, because it's in you. And we are getting that with this card, which is a very gorgeous card. And it's you are your purpose. You don't need to search for it out there. It's not out. It's not, all the answers aren't out there. You are your purpose. Some of your answers, some of your knowledge, it's within you. And it's how you feel, and it's your intuition, and it's how you feel. You don't need to go and research every single thing and follow it to the letter. Use your intuition a bit more. Let yourself be your guide. It's going to feel a bit more organic then, and you're actually going to be self-teaching and be a little bit more self-taught, because your way and the way you're going to empower yourself is going to be almost unique to you. It's not so much that you're following your own path. It's that you're on your own path. You are your own path. And you've actually got so much to bring to everyone else. We would want you to follow that, because you're going to share that with people, and it's like the spiral that goes around and around, and the knowledge goes out. It's like a ripple effect. But you're on the spiral path, and I'm feeling so much protection for you as you're doing this. There's just so much protection for you, because you worry about the rights and the wrongs of everything, and you're being sent positive white light and protection. And it's almost like you're in an embrace, and you're absolutely fine. You're being reminded to daydream, because your imagination, it's not just pointless daydreaming and pointless imagination. You're learning the whole time, because you are your path. Your daydreaming, your thoughts, your imagination is information, and it's almost like long forgotten information, and through your imagination and your daydreaming, you're bringing it back to life. And you're being reminded to do that. We've got the Blessing in Disguise card, which is, it's almost as though see, last time we talked about how the balloon was the prize, but actually this feels slightly different today. So the Blessing in Disguise is, you've been a bit wary of this whole journey, but the more you learn and the more you spiritually grow, that is your blessing in disguise. And it all comes back to you. It's almost like this is the central card. Like you could easily place the cards like this. You are the blessing. all the knowledge. You are the blessing in disguise. You're surprising yourself, and it's a blessing. And you've almost been trying to put all this knowledge and it's not a hobby, but your spiritual growth and your ideas and where all the directions you want to explore, and all the different, you know, I'm looking, so for example, I'm looking at herbology, I'm looking at crystals, and I'm looking at spell work, and I'm looking at all this stuff that's spiraling out. And it's as though you wanted to put this all in the cupboard and you didn't want to deal with it. You not so much deal with it, you didn't want to get involved with it. You was wary of it. But it keeps calling you back. And you keep revisiting it, and it keeps calling you back. And that's because it's your path, and it's you are the purpose. And nothing is as bad as your things can only be as bad as you want them to be, or as good as you want them to be, or as fruitful as you want them to be. And what you're bringing is only actually joy and light and ancient knowledge and ancient wisdom, and you're bringing it forth. And this is going to be the blessing in disguise, because you're going to surprise yourself, and you're going to bring so much to people who you love and people who you want to support. And you're going to bring so much abundance and knowledge and information, and so much empowerment to yourself, and so much empowerment to people who help you and support you. And you're being reminded to take some quiet time and allow your mind to wander, because you're in those moments, you're picking up information. It's like a form of meditation for you. And daydreaming isn't just a waste of time, it is a form of meditation. And that's it. And I'm just getting this constant spiral, and it's not like going around in circles, it's the spiral that goes outwards, that just radiates to everyone and radiates for you. And you're being sent so much white light and protection and support. It's so powerful, and you're on the right path. And it's important that I tell you this. It's important that I tell you, to remind you, you're on the right path, and to keep at it. So that's, I feel like there's something else. Things are going to become clearer. It's with this daydream card. Things are going to become clearer to you. Once you accept this, and you start exploring it and trusting your intuition, things are going to become clearer for you and easier. And I feel like you're really going to feel at home. And that's such a positive feeling. You're going to feel at home. You're going to start to embrace it, and the more you embrace it and the more you accept it, the more support and love you're going to feel as you're doing this. And you're going to have so much confidence within yourself. And again, I want to put this card on here. You are the purpose. You are your purpose. And I feel that once you embrace that, you're going to have so much confidence. And it's just going to radiate out into all different branches of your life. It's such a positive thing. I'm almost being told to tell you, don't be afraid of yourself. Embrace yourself. Everything's fine. Right, now with this reading, this is an interesting reading, because we've got the sun and the moon, who you could say are kind of opposites, but it's also a whole. So with the moon, You've got phases and cycles and intuition. And with the Sun, you've got healing energy, happiness, comfort and joy. So they're not so much in opposition as you're bringing the whole to it. I feel you feel like you've been going, so on your journey, then this is a spiritual journey, and this is a spiritual reading. On your phases, you feel like you go so far and then you stop and you hit a brick wall. Or you have little cycles where you feel like you're getting somewhere and then it just seems to fall away. And it's like, where's the support gone? Where's the guidance gone? What happened? I thought I was doing so well, and now suddenly I feel like I'm hitting a brick wall and not getting anywhere. But then with the same time, you've got the healing energy and the happiness and the comfort and the joy. And it's the same. I feel like it's the same as with the moon. You have your healing energy. You feel very positive. You're doing your healing, and it's like, I feel like it's a reiki energy, and you're feeling and you're doing very well. And then you hit the brick wall, and you have moments where you're happy and you're content and you're taking life one step at a time, and then you hit the brick wall. And I feel that there are times when you're getting stuck. And the message that's coming to remind you that you're not stuck, and you're actually spiritually developing much faster, much quicker than you realize. It's not that you're hitting a brick wall, it's that things are catching up with you. And you almost have to wait for the cycles to complete before they start again with you. But your spiritual development is actually, it's just so fast. You're just developing so quickly, because when you learn a lesson, you go into it head first and you take everything on board and you do everything, and you're very good at this, and you're very religious at doing this, and you're great at applying methods. So your spiritual development is very quick, and your transitioning is very quick, and you're not hitting brick walls. It's just you have to wait for all the other natural cycles to catch up with you. They are going at their own speed, and you're going at yours, and you just have to be patient while everything catches up with you again, and then you feel like the cycle starts again, and off you go. They're still on their cycle. They're doing their phase, because their phase is a set phase, and that's how they're doing it. Now, we've got the one spirit guide, one way card, and I feel that sometimes this kind of, I'd like to put the card like that, like it's this way or no way, whereas spiritually, we know that there's always more than one way. We all have more than one spirit guide. But it's like you want to follow a set pattern, a set path. And it doesn't always work like that. And you're being reminded to be as open-minded as possible. You know, believe in unicorns, if you will. And to have trust that there are other ways. And sometimes a meandering river is a lovely way to get to the same destination rather than the motorway. So trust the process. I know that sometimes you feel you're running into brick walls and you're not getting anywhere, but trust that you haven't got two halves, you've got the whole process going on. I mean, you've got the whole works. You've got the healing energy, you've got the intuition, you've got the comfort, the happiness, the joy. You're on your spiritual development continuously escalating, and you're going through all of the phases, and you're doing extraordinarily well. It's just that sometimes, not a break, but like a rest. Enjoy where you've got to before you go chasing the next bit. You know, enjoy where you are. And then chase the next spiritual development. You're being asked to have trust in the process and to always look at the situation with honesty. So where does the honesty come in? Because it feels like you're doing really well. I feel you self-doubt yourself a little bit. And I feel that's where the honesty is. The self-honesty is to recognize almost that you self-doubt. And by being honest about that, you'll overcome that. Because not being entirely honest about the self-doubt, it holds you. I mean, you're very spiritual, you know this. It holds you, it holds a part of you back. And then sometimes you're having to repeat a cycle, you're having to relearn a lesson. And you need to remember that sometimes self-doubt or putting yourself down is holding you back, and you need to be honest about that. And in that respect, just on that one thing alone, that's one way. If we look at this in a different way, this message here, that's one way that one spirit guide can help you, because you be honest about how you allow a part of yourself to be tethered in situ, and focus on it and deal with that and be honest about it. And every time it happens, you might have to revisit this a few times, but be honest about, this is holding me back. Look at how you're and be honest, and look at how you're referring to yourself, how you're treating yourself, and learn from that. Because once you've learned from that and you've dealt with that, I feel that you're going to progress very quickly to and I see the next 3 stages of your spiritual development, and it's going to be like that. But this little bit of negativity, not towards others, it's only towards yourself that you seem to use it. It's got you tethered. It's like a little rope around a post, and it's got you tethered. And I really feel you're going to revisit it a few times, go, oh, it's you again. And it's a lesson for you to learn about how you treat yourself. And once you've learned from that, you're going, it's like a skimming stone. I see a skimming stone, and these are your spiritual lessons, and you're just going to skip right over them. Well, thank you for watching. It's been lovely reading for you today. I hope you've enjoyed the readings, and I'd love to see you all here again soon. As always, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you again soon.